Hello, welcome to Tony's Bonsai. I've got an interesting hawthorn here. I need to change the design with one piece of wire, so let's take a closer look. I've previously wired this sapling to add some lovely movement into it, and I'm really happy with how that's developed. There's lots of buds all along here that are going to come out next year. But this shoot here, I think it's got the opportunity to be turned into a really interesting apex. My idea at the moment is to leave this main trunk alone to help thicken the trunk, but instead of this one just growing up to the side, I thought maybe I can add some really interesting movement to this, and this will become the future apex when I cut that off there. As you've just seen, I've wrapped two coils of wire around. The first one's the thicker one, and the idea of that is that's the support, and the second one is just to really stop the bark splitting. And my idea design wise is, because it comes up here with some nice twists across and round here, I'm thinking if this can dramatically rotate back round this direction, that could be really interesting. So look at that. So I used a twist on that as I bent it. That helps avoid splitting as well. So I'm really pleased that I've got that movement in. What I do from here now, it's coming right across. I think I want it to come down like that. And from there, it could come back up like that. And that's, I think that's pretty interesting. Nice. I've managed to get a couple of branches on the outsides of the bend here. There's another one coming directly towards the camera from there. There's one coming down on the inside. That probably won't be any use, but I'll leave it for the time being. From this higher angle now, you should hopefully be able to see the interest that I've added. And that's only going to make this a better tree in the future, I think. It's been raining all day here in Preston, so I was only going to make this a really quick video because sunset's due in sort of 15 minutes, but I got through that one quickly, so I thought I'd give you an update on this tree that I worked on earlier in the year. This is a hawthorn that I collected a couple of years ago. I didn't realise at the time, I was only new to bonsai, but I collected one with almost no potential. It was super thick, straight trunk, so I cut it off here. I've allowed this side branch to grow into the new leader, and because I've not pruned this or cut this at all, it's beginning to thicken up nicely and adding some good taper. But it's these side branches that I want to just do a bit of work on today. I seem to recall when I worked on this tree last, I left these little suckers at the bottom just to add some extra health to the tree, but they've had their day. They've got to go. So that's those gone, and now I've got three branches to work on. This one here and this one here are both larger branches that I cut back, and I used a side branch to sort of hopefully add some taper to them. And this is just a small shoot that I've left on, and they all need some wire. I've applied wire to the branches, and I'm going to start with this. This is the easiest one. It's already in a nice position. I like the way it comes up and tapers out. So I don't want to do too much to this. I just want to perhaps bring it back towards me a little, like that, and then snake it round a bit. So I've just added some movement, quite gentle movement. That's good. But as I say, that was easy. And next I'm going to do the most challenging one, which is this. So this branch, I would have preferred it if it was a bit further along the initial one, but it was very close to the trunk. It was the only branch I had available, so I had to choose it. And I've wrapped a double coil of wire around the base of this, because this is where I'm going to be putting a lot of strain on. There's always the risk I'm going to rip this branch completely off now. But if I don't get it away from the main trunk, then it's no use. Oh, so that's come away quite nicely there. It still goes up and then across, but I've managed to get that bending quite low down, which works well. I'll then bring it around and up. Excellent, happy with that. That's worked really well. And finally I can work on this small branch, which should be the easiest in theory. So all I'll do with this is just bring it out, take it away from the camera, and then back towards the camera, just trying to add some sort of interest really. The only problem with this angle, I'll show you from a different position. So from here, as you can see, I positioned it so that both branches are running parallel, and I don't like that. I want this main trunk to have its own line, so this needs to come away like that, just so it's offering something a bit different from that main trunk. It's quite rare that I look at any material and think it's hopeless, because to me you can always hack it right back down and kind of start again with some new, you know, providing it puts out some new buds and some new branches, and sort of start from scratch. And this is a long-term project, but it's on its way, and I think give this another couple of years and it'll start looking okay. This is my kind of bonsai work, you know, working on raw material that hopefully will develop into something in the future. I hope you're doing some similar work yourself. As always, thanks for joining me. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.